As far back as I can remember, I've always had a huge interest in birds. And this stems from seeing a book that my great-great-grandfather Norman H. Joy wrote about British birds. He would often sit in his garden observing these birds, and this is something that I also enjoy doing. Please join me as I take you on a journey across the South Island of New Zealand, where you will get to see some of the most unique bird species on this planet. Out here on the east coast of New Zealand in Christchurch, the sea enters through a narrow channel into an estuary at South Shore. Here in this estuary is where you will find a large variety of bird life, such as the pied stilt, the variable oyster catcher, the white-faced heron, or even this interesting bird, the little shag, diving for food in the shallows. However, there is one of the most unique bird species that flies thousands of kilometers from western Alaska, where it breeds, to spend the summer months here at South Shore, and that bird is the godwit. Godwits hold a cultural significance for many New Zealanders. For the Maori people in particular, they were a bird of mystery. Kua kete, te kohanga kuaka, which translates to, who has seen the nest of the kuaka? And they were believed to be the spirits of the departed, but were also a source of food. The oyster catchers that you see here are different in colour and size. They are widespread throughout New Zealand and are often spotted at low tide searching for pippies. We'll now head inland on a journey up the Avon River, which runs through Christchurch, and it passes through the Christchurch Botanical Gardens, and it is here in the gardens that we will see New Zealand's only shelduck, the paradise shelduck. These shelducks are part of the group of worldwide, often semi-terrestrial waterfowl with goose-like features. The female has a white head with brown feathers. Whilst the male has a black head and grey-coloured body. Paradise shelducks breed in their second or third year and usually stay together for life, often returning to the same breeding sites year after year, where they have approximately 14 to 15 ducklings. You'll usually see paradise shelducks grazing in paddocks or picking at weed in rivers. They're one of my most favourite birds, and if they get to know you, they will come up quite close. As we travel further up the Avon River towards the Great Southern Alps of the South Island, it branches off at various locations, and it is here that we come across the last stand of Kahikatea floodplain forest in Canterbury. And it is here in Riccarton Bush that we see one of New Zealand's most well-known birds, the fantail. With its distinctive fantail and loud song, they are known to approach humans quite closely. They're certainly gorgeous little birds, and I've encountered them many times at home and also when out tramping in the bush. The final leg of our journey across the South Island leads us to the Great Southern Alps, to a place called Arthur's Pass, and it is here that we get to see the world's only parrot that spends its entire life in an alpine environment, and that parrot is the New Zealand kea. The kea is certainly a unique species of bird, considering that it lives in the high altitudes of the Southern Alps. They can also be found in other alpine regions around the South Island. Keas are extremely curious and will often be seen picking at things. And they especially love picking at backpacks. Keas usually eat plant matter, but they will also tend to scavenge food off people if they're sitting at a cafe, such as up in the Arthur's Pass. Department of Conservation, however, has discouraged feeding keas because this makes them become reliant on humans to survive. Keas also enjoy eating animal matter, and this became a problem for sheep farmers because keas are known to attack sheep. There was a point where they were bounty hunted. However, full protection was granted in 1986. So as you can see, I have a huge interest in birds, and I think it's important that we play our part in protecting them in the environments where they live. This is because New Zealand has some of the most unique bird species, which you will not find anywhere else in the world. If we continue to clear bushland or drain swamps to build roads, houses and industrial areas or farms at the rate which we are, then there is a high chance that these birds will become highly endangered to the point of extinction.